Who is my favorite living theologian? Well, that's easy. His name is Dr. Sinclair Ferguson. And Dr. Ferguson has served in a number of different capacities, many of which are among the most honored and esteemed positions in the Presbyterian world. He has served as a pastor in Scotland at St. George's Tron Church with Eric Alexander. He served as the senior pastor of First Presbyterian Church in Columbia, South Carolina, a ancient and honored pulpit, and he served for many years as professor of systematic theology at Westminster Seminary in Philadelphia. He continues to serve in pastoral and professorial roles to this day. He is too well known to have made it into a regular segment I do on my regular podcast, Jesus Changes Everything, that I call Heroes You Never Heard Of, where I try to inform people about people that they don't know anything about. Well, there are plenty of people who know who Sinclair Ferguson is, but not enough. And those who do know who he is don't appreciate him enough. He is honestly and sincerely, in my judgment, the greatest pastoral theologian of the last 300 years. And the greatest theologian pastor of the last 300 years. And there's a plain and simple reason for that. I believe that Sinclair Ferguson, in addition to having a profoundly astute mind, in addition to having the kind of character that would lead him to apply that astute mind vigorously, to love the Lord his God with all of his mind. In addition to all of this, he actually believes the gospel. He actually believes the gospel on two critical counts. One, he knows that he's a sinner saved by grace. Oh, that every theologian understood this, not just as a doctrine, but as a reality, as a part of their heart. Two, he knows that he's beloved of the Father. He knows that Jesus has saved him. Now, he has another advantage, that he has a Scottish accent on account of him being Scottish. And so even when I'm reading him instead of listening to him, I can hear his voice reading his own words to me. Now, I've been blessed to know Sinclair Ferguson for many, many years. When I had the calling of choosing who was going to write for Table Talk magazine, or who's going to speak at a Ligonier conference, or whatever it was, I used to call on him so often that when he would pick up the phone, he would, and knowing it's me, he would say, "What do you want me to do now, boss?" Let me encourage you, if you'd like to get to know a little bit of Sinclair Ferguson, let me give you one place to start. And if you already know, a place to go if you haven't gone already. Start with his book, Children of the Living God. Honestly, absolutely life-changing book for me. After that, if you've already read that, pick up The Whole Christ, which is just neck and neck with Children of the Living God. If I think about those books which have had the most profound influence on my life, and if you're a reader, you know that says something. If I think about the books that have had the most profound influence in my life, those two books are both in the top 5. And they're there because of the marriage of the precision of the mind and the tenderness of the heart. Sinclair Ferguson is an honorable man, a dignified man, a brilliant man, but also a profoundly humble man whose eyes are set upon the glory of Jesus and whose teaching draws our eyes there. Check him out. Dr. Sinclair Ferguson.